Oh my god, you guys. It is Tuesday. Happy fucking Tuesday, I guess. Do people say that? I don't even know. Before we start, can we just check out this crease? Wow. This crease is pretty tight there. If you guys are new to my channel, feel free to hit that subscribe button if you like me and if you want to see me every single week. Of course, I would love to see you every single week. I have videos up twice a week and I never miss the mark. Let's just get right into it. I don't even know what else I need to talk about. I think this is what it is. Y'all ready for this? Okay, well, let's get this motherfucking shit going. Now, usually my reviews, you guys, we tend to kind of just break it down in sections. I always like to kind of review the main points and the interesting things that I love to talk about, or if there's drama, or if there's, you know, things that need to be addressed. I do like to point those out because I just think those are so important, you know. And I know my reviews are not so much about looks. Now let's go ahead and start from the beginning. So this episode was all about showcasing hotels and really dressing it so you can fit the perfect client and to make sure you are welcome and you want to stay at this hotel. So we have 3 different teams. We have the 24 karat gold, we have the jungle, and we have the golden girls, which I was like, wow, I thought the themes by far were really interesting because I can definitely see myself playing in each theme. Now, take my gay card away. I don't really watch Golden Girls. Like, I don't know much about it. I know it's a show. I know there's elderly, beautiful women, and I know that they're comedians, and I know it's like a sitcom and all that things, but I've actually never really sat down and watched maybe like more than 5 episodes, so I barely know. I am aware of what the Golden Girls are, but I just never really watched it. It's like Sex and the City, you know, like I really enjoy Sex and the City movie, but I never watched the show. You guys get what I'm saying? I personally, out of the 3 hotels, I enjoyed the Golden Girls hotel. I don't know, something about watching the sunset really intrigued me. I thought Shay's team did the best. It was fun, it was comedy, it felt homey. I did like the decor of the 24 karat because everything was gold. You know, so I did like the decor of that. But I mean, I honestly think all 3 rooms were strong. I think the themes were strong. I mean, usually we can always find like a weaker part of it or a weaker side that we're like, why'd you all go that way? But I mean, honestly, I thought it was fine. So let's get to the nitty gritty and let's kind of talk about some of my favorite ones that I thought that did great. I want to say congratulations to Miss Jujubee for winning this prize. I can't say how much of a fan I am of Jujubee. She was like honestly, like one of my favorite girls that started off the show or the seasons. And she's such an iconic, beloved queen that you just really do love Jujubee. And I like the fact that Ru picked her favorite hotel and her favorite strong winner. I think the worst room, I have to say this, overall was the jungle room. I feel like there was so much you could do with that. I guess what I'm trying to say is it didn't really take me to the jungle room. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't feel like I wanted to stay there. I love the decor, I got it, but the mattress was on the floor. I didn't get any animals. I would have made it more like animal driven, like come pet me, bring in like different types of food, different types of drinks. I would have named the drinks like super jungle realistic names. I guess I wanted more, but I have to say, Miss ALEXIS MATEO was hilarious. They showed Alexis at her funniest, rawest, authentic moments. Because I know right now a lot of people are backlashing on Alexis on how she was this episode. And I'm going to get into that in a minute. But it was really nice to see her authentically be her and be funny because she is a funny girl and I love her. Overall, Jujubee was my favorite out of her, Alexis, and India. I didn't think India really sold it to me. I mean, girl, you're in the fucking shower. Wet hair. Like, put me in the shower. I would have been just dripping and sexual and just so enticing that I want you to buy that motherfucking gold shower head. How hotter can you be? So I didn't really buy it. It's just all about enticing and bringing the customers in and bringing them. What makes you want to stay in this room? You know, before y'all sit there and be like, oh, Kimora, would you really do that? You know, I'm just sitting here watching and I'm saying what I can and cannot do. But I'm sure on set it is probably fucking difficult, to be honest. I do want to highlight Shay. She's a beloved queen. She's super talented. I love her. I've always been a big fan of her since my season with her. I don't think she did bad. You know what I mean? I know, I get that if you watch Golden Girls religiously, which by far, let me just keep it real. If y'all really do watch Golden Girls, I hope y'all really do watch it religiously, because honestly, I have never really in backstage at shows and stuff, I never really hear queens talk about watching that stuff. Let's be real. For someone that's not really a Golden Girls watcher, I was sold the fact that she was a gorgeous elderly woman trying to have me stay at the hotel. I enjoyed her. I didn't have a reference to compare her, so I think what happens that, you know, they pick Golden Girls, Michelle and Rue, they are obsessed with Golden Girls, so there was already a comparison. Either you do it or you don't. So it was kind of like a mini snatch game. That being said, if I have to pick a room to stay in, I'll probably pick the Golden Girls room because, you know, I'm trying to, you know, see these girls. Let's get into something that I really do want to speak upon, and I'm not going to speak for Miss Alexis Mateo. I'm going to pull up a picture here of Alexis Mateo. I found this on Facebook, and she had a photo here, and she wrote words that a lot of fans have been saying to her. I wanted to bring awareness and let you guys know, from my mouth to your ears, that this is not okay. This is the type of internet bullying and internet negativity that I cannot stand. I don't think people that type this and say things like this deserve to have a phone. You gotta understand, this is not okay. These are the things that we have to block out and we have to face as entertainers. We don't go on television to do this. Now, you guys can sit back and be like, oh, well, why'd you get on TV? You know, there's always those people that will say the stupid, ridiculous things because they have no awareness and absolutely no experience with television, you know, and it's easy for you guys to sit there and say and judge us for what we do. Now, there is a part of us why we do go on television to do what we love, to showcase, but we do know that this is a side effect that all of us queens from RuPaul's Drag Race, we deal with. For me, how I deal with this is I don't respond. I don't even entertain it. I can honestly go into my inboxes and show you guys a lot of things that I still get to this day. And I can sit here and be this exposure person and expose. But I just truly think what Alexis is doing is great because she is letting you guys know that this is still happening and it needs to stop. So every single person that's handling this the way they need to handle it is their own business. And I respect what Alexis is doing because that is very brave of her to do that. So I wanted you guys to know, if you guys are one of those people that are doing this, you are the main reason why that there are negativity in the world. You are the reason why that people are hurting themselves. You are definitely the reason why these queens are going through certain things. And I hope you better yourself, and I hope you learn and understand that if someone did that to you and knocked on your door and told you to kill yourself, I hope you understand that and you learn that what you're doing is disgusting and is degrading. And I believe in, you know, I don't really like to say I believe in karma. I believe your life's gonna go into shit. That being said, Alexis Mateo, I love you, and I really do love the fact that you did this and you spread awareness, and I think that this is gonna hopefully change a lot of people's minds. But honestly, girl, it's a fucking internet. Like, girl, they probably looking busted as fuck. That being said, you guys, what's going on with Alexis and Miss Cracker? You know what? From me watching and knowing Alexis, obviously I'm more team Alexis. I understand where she's coming from, and I get that because I'm one of those queens. My ears are open, girl. I could be backstage and you could run your mouth about me and I would be the first queen to turn around and say, what is the problem? Like, that's just how I handle it. I handle it on spot. I don't sit here and bullshit things and no. And that's what I get the respect from a lot of people, is like, I am that way. So I do build myself up very high because I do that, and it is very hard to be that person. I had to learn very hard and a long way to be that person. I understand Miss Cracker's side as well. We don't know what she's dealing with. You have to respect people's opinions, and if Miss Mayhem ain't gonna buy it, she ain't gonna motherfucking buy it, okay? So you gotta understand, being in that workroom in front of that table, I probably would have been on Mayhem's side. I probably would have been like, girl, the cameras are rolling, mama. Are you really sure? Because I'm like Mayhem. I can read a bitch real fast if you are sincere or not. And that's just the way it is. I think what the drama is, it's kind of not unnecessary, but I think it's like the heat of everyone, the competitive that's inside of everyone. And I think it's really like hard to be in that workroom. Like I was there. You know, you can say a bunch of things and people can hear it differently. So you have to be able to respect and understand where both sides of the stories are coming from. And I think that's important. Is it me or is it I miss Derek Barry? But that being said, I love you, Alexis, and I understand you. And thank you again for sharing that photo. That's amazing. And I hope you spread awareness, and I hope you're educating people and having people understand that this is not the way to talk to people, you guys. Slipping into a DM, really? That's what you're doing? Y'all need to do something with your lives, okay? Now, y'all know I love to talk about the runways. I'm not gonna highlight everyone. I'm just gonna really pick out some random ones that I kind of have opinions about, or what I like or what I didn't like. You know, it's really that. I have to definitely shout out Miss Shea Coulee. I didn't know what she was on the runway. As soon as I saw her, I thought she was the caterpillar from Alice in Wonderland. Like, she kind of gave me like that vibe. And then she got it revealing herself, and then the wings open. I got like Cirque du Soleil extravaganza, like just everything. I liked it. I thought the costume was sickening. Did y'all understand the detail of that costume? So for Ross Matthew to say it was kind of crafty, what do you think fucking drag is? Girl, crafty? I do have to shout out, I do love Miss Cracker's look. Do you guys remember those toys when you're little? I mean, you guys probably won't. Okay, this is back in the day. This is when we had answer machines. There was a toy that I wanted so bad, and it was one of those toys where it was like a little Barbie doll, and she had like wings. And there's like a little string, you hold it, you pull the string, and she just flies. I have no idea what the fuck that shit's called, but I remember, and I wanted it so bad because my cousin had it. And I was like, oh my god, I want one so bad, oh my god, I want one so bad. I thought that's what she was. I don't know the story behind Anastasia, but I thought Miss Cracker looked very beautiful. It was definitely 3 looks in one. It was giving me a whole story. Speaking of story, I really do enjoy Blair. I thought Blair giving me like that vibe. It was so beautiful. I mean, it wasn't like, oh my god, but I loved it. Another look that I really did enjoy, I did enjoy India. I thought her look was one of the cleanest. I understand where the judges meant as it was a little too similar. But girl, it's 3 looks. It's 3 different looks. I have to shout out to Miss Mayhem Miller. Her look was my favorite. It was so sexy, swim. It was beautiful. And that hair review, did y'all not see that? Because I haven't even seen memes yet on Instagram of this hair review. That was legit. Y'all, come on. Be for real. I was like gagged. We're getting to that point now where we're going to talk about the elimination. Shay's on the bottom. India's on the bottom. And we have my girl, Miss Mariah Paris Balenciaga. It was actually very surprising for me to see India get emotional. As long as I've known her, I've never really imagined her to get like that emotional. I can tell and I can feel that this is getting to her and she really needs to start like stepping it up. I want to, quickly say to India, I understand where you're coming from. It was really interesting and nice and humbling to see you really pour the feelings out, because it is a very hard critique from the judges to show you who you are. I honestly till this day don't even know what the fuck that means, because I know what the fuck I'm doing. Baby, the judges on the panel, I need to see who y'all are, because y'all different on the panel versus in person. So let me be very motherfucking clear. But it's a game, I get that. But I'm just saying, like, it's really nice to see India just kind of really, she's holding it in and she's gonna release it and let it out. I didn't think Shay deserved to be on the bottom. And I honestly, if I had to pick one to go home, I wouldn't pick Shay. I wouldn't. I truly believe we have bad days. So I don't think Shay was bad at all. I don't see why she was there. I don't even want to talk about this part. So I am obsessed with Mariah. I love Mariah. I've worked with her so many times. I've done Wait What series with her. Actually, she was my first Wait What series. Me and her opened Wait What together. She was one of the first girls I met in LA and one of the most humblest people ever. Now, I know y'all hear that all the time when queens like, oh, she's so humble. And they don't really mean it. No, I actually truly think she is. And I think she's such a great entertainer. And the thing that I love about Mariah is that she's so beyond book smart that she can educate you on anything. Backstage with me, her, Mayhem, and Morgan, and Angina, Delta, and all of us LA girls, Mariah can educate you. She's from the ballroom. She can educate you on everything that has anything to do with drag years ago. And I love that about her, and I've learned a lot from her. And it's really sad to see her go, but at the same time, it's bittersweet because I enjoyed her being on All Stars. I think she was way ready to get on All Stars. It just sucked to see her go because I didn't think it was her time to go. I respect Mayhem for picking Shay versus India because there was that agreement. And I get that. And that shows you Miss Mayhem, she's loyal, girl. I would have picked Mariah. I think there was way more that we could have seen. I've always wondered why they didn't pick Shay. Shay is a competitor, but sometimes picking out the competitor is not the right thing to do, because if they slip and get back on top and they know you try to get them out, they're gonna get you out, girl. She's a good drag race competitor. Don't mess with her. That being said, I do want to pay some homage to Miss Mariah. I love you so much. I'm so blessed and so happy that you're in my life, and I love you. I always cherish every time I have with you and moments with you. And you have always been one of my favorites here in LA, and I love you as a sister, not as a Ru sister or anything like that. No, as a sister. And I will always be here to support you, and I can't wait to see you again when we just get out of here and go back to our normalness. So Mariah, I love you, and I'm so excited to see what's next. I hope you guys enjoy this review. Down in the comments below, go ahead and tell me what you guys think about my opinion. Now, who would you guys have picked in the lipstick room? I think that's how I'm gonna do it. I wanna know what you guys think. Who would you guys send home and why? I'm very curious. In the meantime, I hope you guys enjoyed this review as much as I did. Make sure you guys are tuning in and subscribing to my channel every single week, and I'll see you later.